Alright, third time's the charm in this recording because I accidentally had something making a noise in the background. So I'm making this video for the substance video just to show on how I have everything set up and why I have it set up that way and also clear up some confusions. So I tried my best to simplify things down just to get the base components. So, you have emission decals if you want to have emission decals. So all of these are all just little tiny decals, well, painted in decals. So if you want to make your own custom lights and everything like that, you can do it. Same thing for the nose dots. If you want specific nose dots or anything like that, you could do it. We've got the base colors isolated for the body, the tongue color. I also have a version here that's it's the same. So they're both sharing the same UV space. So whatever you do here in any of these will affect what's inside here. I just mainly did this so it's you don't have to like fight your way, trying to get in here and try to select the color you want because that just be a pain in the ass to work with and well to do. Same thing for the eyes. One of the main ones I want to talk about that might be the most confusing would probably be the body mask. So I just want to clear up the reason on how I have it set up. So the body mask is just to use for the color adjust or the color wheel adjust in here. So if I turn on gesture manager, hit play. So right now, like let's say it's in VR chat, go to customize. These are all the customized settings. Go to color, recolor. So now it enables the color. Right now it's at 0, so if I turn this up, and I turn this up, so this is basically what the mask is. The mask is trying to is just keeping this area for changing colors, and the the reason why it's just as an extra thing. So if you don't want, to do anything in Substance Painter, you just want, just to get this thing into VR chat and just go, and you don't want to do any kind of crazy stuff with it, then this is as an option. So if if you want to make your own custom color and everything like that, so on how I have it set up, so if I go into here and you want to make your own custom color or material or anything like that, let's say you want to have everything more custom made, you change everything up and you export it, and you don't care about the color shifting. You don't need to really turn this off. All you have to do is just pretty much just replace this. The reason why it's pink is just to work with this thing right here, the hue shift, because what it's acting kind of like this color wheel. So if I leave it at 0, well, there you go, you got the color that's here. If I move it upward and it keeps on going more through the range of the different hues and all that kind of stuff till it circles right back around. So if that's mainly the reason why I have base color this color. If you don't want that, then you could just leave this alone. I usually put it at 0.65, and then let's go to textures, body, and you got the standard body color. Put it in here, and then there you go. Now you have that. Now whatever you do, like it's custom, and whatever you do the base color now, or whatever you want to do, you just put it in there. Now it'll be your own custom colors or whatever you want to do, and you just don't even need to touch this setting at all. You don't even need to turn on the setting in the menu since it's off by default. So yeah, that's pretty much on how I have it set up. So if you want something custom or you want to use your own colors, you just replace this. If you don't, then you just put back the default one, which is in masks. Also, if you're like going through folders and you're tired of this going away, just press the little lock button. You go to mask or whatever you want to go, select it, put it in, and now it won't change, because if you take this off, you go here and you'd be like, oh, I want to select that. Oh, I need to select it again. Great. And now I go back, and then, oh, I need to go back, and then it does it again. So if you're always wanting to work in here or wherever, just lock it. Just don't forget to unlock it, because then you might get confused and wonder, it was like, why hasn't it changed what I selected? Just make sure about the little lock button. So that's the reason. That's kind of like the way and how it's been set up. Now, if you are doing whatever into here and you want to export it, you just go into export textures, select the one you want, just check mark it. I recommend, if you're gonna export, if you're gonna making changes on everything, you need to export everything, make sure they're in different folders and then specify them, because if you select them all and then press export, you're just gonna have a folder with a messy list of different textures of different things. So I would give it names just like I do in here. So you got body, eyes, glass, and then masks. Especially for masks, because since it is using the base color, it's also gonna name it base color when it's exported. So if you export it in the same area where, let's say, you have the body base color, it's gonna override that. So I usually make an extra folder, export it here, name it whatever it is, mask, and then you should be good wherever you want to put it. But I would say it's best to kind of have things nice and named and all that kind of stuff. Also, for my export settings, I use a custom. I modified PBR metallic roughness. So I'm going to give a link to download my custom settings. It's pretty much the same. It just has a few extra things. So if I go into, let's say, PBR metallic roughness, this is the standard. It basically has everything used for the metalness workflow, because that's the workflow I go with. And I just add a few extra things like opacity, emissive, subsurface scattering, ambient occlusion, just for extra things, like if I'm working with those if needed. So I'm gonna provide a link for that. Another thing I'm gonna provide a link for download. They're both gonna be in a zip as well, folder in a Google Drive, is the body mask. If it is not there, just for some reason, if it's missing, so it'll be in a folder like called exports and body mask. And in here you'll have the two things. This one I'll also provide a link of where you put it. This is for the export settings. It's on their Adobe site. And then this is the body mask, and all you need to do is just drop it in there, give it a name. It already knows what it is. Current session is just for this session, so once you close Substance Painter, that it's going to disappear. But if you want to stay for this project, make sure you select the project itself, or if you just want it for every other every other project you make, or whatever new project, then put it for your assets. But if it's specifically made for a model that's unique, then usually just for the project itself, and you'll have it there. Put it in here, and it should just take place. But yeah, that's pretty much everything, and the reason for it. If anybody has any questions, or if maybe it was still confusing or something's wrong, let me know either through DM wise or in the comments. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Later.